So welcome back. Today's project is to fix FRS. We have a coolant leak since I did the motor swap, since I put the new engine in, and I tried to find it because the coolant is not going into the oil, so I'm wondering where it's going. So I'm gonna put it back, and after that we have this issue to fix. Yep. So first I'm gonna fix the coolant system, bring back the car up, jack, and see where the leak is coming from. If you want to put some coolant, press on the hose, and it's gonna take every ounce of air out. And you have another one back down over here. You can and you also have a bleeder screw over here that you can unscrew to make the coolant go everywhere in the system and push the air back out over here. I'm gonna show you my ghetto setup to jack the car off. That's a generator plugged to the quick jack over here, underneath here, underneath on the other car, on the other side. And you just assure that these are lined up with the frame rail and stuff while you're pushing up. You see, this one's not lined up, so I'm gonna move it around just like so. Back side, it's not lined up. When each one of them is properly lined up like so, you can just lift the car up. And once you're past this safety or this one, you want to go down a little bit so this is sitting on that thing so the car doesn't move around and such. Yeah, it's lifting enough to do like transmission stuff, motor and like you can see, there's a lot of coolant over here, so I think the leak is gonna be pretty obvious. So I found the coolant leak, which I already know that it was this. I did some ghetto stuff when I swapped this automatic engine, because you have this hose going to the cooler for the transmission, and I didn't have the plug to plug this hose, so I did this with some bunch of silicone, which I'm not telling you to do. It's not, I knew it will leak, but I wanted the motor in the car to see if it runs, and it runs. And I also have the typical oil leak from this cam plate over here that goes all around and comes here, and And yep, a little leak from the timing cover, but not that big of a deal. Yeah, it's bone dry, so not that much of a leak. So now the objective is to remove this plug over here from this engine, this motor, and put it back on the other one, which I need to remove this thing from the other motor, which is going to be a pain. I think I'm going to practice myself on this one, and when I'm feeling confident, I'm gonna bleed the coolant. I'm gonna take out all of the coolant from the motor, from the system, and I'm gonna swap things up, and yeah, that will be it. So since I need to bleed the coolant, take the coolant out, a little tip: I try with this, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna still leak everywhere. I put 3 of those all around the car. So if you wanna take your coolant out, take this hose over here from the coolant overflow. You take this cap over here off, and you plug this in. At least you try. And also you can unscrew this even if the hose is not there anymore, and put it back in something, because mine is brand new, so I'm gonna so to have easy plug that I need to remove, I did remove the others over here, and it's this. So now I need to undo this and try to unscrew. I believe it's screwed in. I wish it's screwed in. My other engine, it's one is pressed in, so I wish this one is not pressed in, otherwise I'm gonna have to do some threads in the hole. So now I'm just hoping I'm gonna get a funnel and some stuff that when I'm removing this, there's not a lot of coolant coming out, otherwise I'm gonna have it all over my face. Yeah, pretty good. So I'm just gonna let this drain out, and when it's pretty much done, I'm gonna remove the plug. So fast forward a couple hours later, like as you can see, I tried a lot of stuff, and the final product is I removed the wheel and the lower control arm of the front, and I was able to put some threads on the hole. What I did, I took a 7/16 drill bits and I drilled the hole, the plugs, which now look like this, and it took it out. So if you can start with this at first, it's gonna help you a lot. You just put your drill bits through this, and it's gonna spin the piece around, and you're gonna be able to take it out. And after that, what I did, I drilled a little bit of the hole with the half inch drill bits, and after that, what I took is this M14 1.5 thread maker, and I did thread it until maybe a third of the drill of the bits. And now I'm gonna put some thread lock on the plug, put it back, put everything back, and see if there's still a coolant leak on this. So just like so, now the plug is in. I'm gonna put everything back, thermostat, everything, every hose on the car. I'm gonna fill it before putting the headers and stuff back in case this still leaks. So yeah, I'm gonna take this one over here, put the thermostat back on, clean it, put it back, and yeah, that will be it. So now it's been like almost 20 hours since the Loctite and stuff is in place with the plug, so I'm gonna start by filling the system, the coolant system, remove the two other wheels, put the back, if there's no leak, put back the lower control arm and put back everything, headers, everything in, and go for, and yeah, put the new wheels in on the car and go for a test drive and see if there's other leaks and stuff. As you can see, no leak yet, so that's good. It was leaking pretty bad before, so no leak so far. Nothing is leaking. So now what I'm gonna do is remove the oil, since I need to fix the leak from the cam plate over here. This plate is leaking oil, so I'm gonna drain the oil from the engine, from the motor, and see, remove. So once the 3 bolts are removed, what I'm gonna do is try to separate the cam plate from the block with the flathead screwdriver, gently, just like so. So I can see the leak where it was coming from. So if you can get a tool like this, it's gonna come very handy to remove the RTV from this one. So I'm gonna put some back. Also clean the surface over here as much as I can without putting RTV in there. So what I ended up doing is putting I did put the right stuff. That's what Subaru told me to put, because they always take this and they said it doesn't leak. So we'll see. I didn't put the RTV on the cam plate, I put it on the block to be sure that I'm at the right place with the hole and stuff. So we're gonna see. They say it's right on it 90 minutes before anything. So I'm gonna wait maybe half an hour, put oil in it, see if there is no leak. I'm gonna wait 90 minutes just to be sure, put oil in it and see if the oil leak or the coolant leaks, and if there is no leak, we're good to go. So while I'm waiting for the RTV to dry it up, I think I'm gonna remove the 2 remaining wheels on the car and bring up the new NK1 T6R and put it back on the car and see how it looks. Can't wait to see how it looks like this. So you guys are ready for the reveal of the wheel. Those nice NK. Sadly, I did not order the open lug nut. So I need new lug nuts for these beauties to fit on. I'm gonna just put it like that so it doesn't foul. I'm gonna put 2 on each, just have a look and order. I'm gonna order right now some new lug nuts. So now it's time to put the oil in. What I like to do first is take my filter and put a little bit of oil on the seal over here. So I'm halfway there. I'm gonna wait a little bit and see if it's comes up and add it if needed. So now I'm gonna put the header backs on before I start the car, obviously. After that I'm gonna start it and bleed the coolant system and see if there's any leaks. Should not. Everything is sealed up like it should be. So yeah, just gonna put the other bags on now. So the radar is on, everything's buttoned up. I put back the O2 sensor over here, the black one and the gray one. So now it's time to start the car. There's power at least, that's a good. Let's see if it starts. Like brand new. So I'm gonna let it warm up and put the heat full blast to see if there's, you see, there's some bubbles coming out. So that means there's still air in the system. So I'm gonna let the car warm up a bit. So everything is good. The coolant system is bled out. I'm gonna now look at the oil level and see if I need to put more in it. So everything is back in place. I just have to wait for my lug nuts, my open lug nuts, to put the wheel back on, the new wheel on, and go for a test drive and see. I'm not gonna put the skid plate right now, just to look to do some eyes on with the car and see if there is a leak, an oil leak or a coolant leak. I'm gonna put it back on. So yep. So everything is good, everything's running, there's coolant, no oil leak. I did add a little bit of oil because on the dipstick it was at maybe a quarter. So I just add a little bit of oil. So now it's time for the test drive. Oh god, it's so better with these wheels. Damn, it's looking good. I know that those are 17s, but spirit driving, that's best with that. And with the road we have in Quebec, you better have some meat, because you're gonna do a dent in your wheel because the road are so shitty. I think I should drop it a little, just maybe half an inch, drop it a little bit more. I'm gonna do this when I swap my coil over, because I have brand new coil over to swap on it. So yeah, pretty happy with the black wheel. The GT86 are looking very good on this.